Good evening, my friends, and welcome back to the next episode of Syberia. Last time out, we sent a cosmonaut to his certain doom and made our way to this very welcoming, no, not terribly welcoming, spa hotel. We are looking for an opera singer who is going to do the concert of the century back in... Shoot, I've forgotten the name of the mining town. But yes, back where the organ is. Okay. And I tell you what, immediately, this place has seen better days. Look at the state of the tiling here. And I don't know what these are. Ice coming down from the rafters. Stalactites of some kind. Well, in the absence of anywhere else to go, let's go left first. Oh, we have an automaton.
Hello there.
Good afternoon, miss.
Are you the hotel barman?
My name is James, miss. James, the automaton nurse. I am not a barman.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to upset you.
If you don't mind, miss, I would appreciate it if you would just be a little more rigorous in the terms you employ in the future.
Oh, we can't ask about Arrowbad anymore.
My name is Kate Walker.
Pleased to meet you, miss. You are not here for treatment, are you?
No, I'm not. I only want to meet Madame Romansky.
I would be delighted to serve you tea when Madame returns from her constitutional.
I don't want to impose. Maybe your mistress won't want to take tea with me.
Madame likes to complain for the sake of it. Believe me, she loves visits.
Excellent.
In that case, thanks for the invitation. I'm looking for Madame Romansky. Do you know where she is?
3:30 to 4:30 p.m., Madame Romansky takes her daily constitutional on the pier. Tea is served at 5 o'clock sharp.
Is it
Handy.
possible to go see her?
As you wish, but do pay attention to the salt wind.
This guy's like the most helpful NPC in the whole game.
Have you ever heard of a Mr. Vorarlberg?
The name is not entirely foreign to me.
Really? You know Hans Vorarlberg?
Obviously.
That I cannot say, miss. Madame has forbidden me from talking about him and even mentioning his name.
Why?
Nostalgia, sadness, medication. Call it what you humans will. We never had this conversation, did we, miss? Madame would be very angry to learn that I know, and now you know as well.
Don't worry. Mum's the word. Do you know Komkalsgrad? I left my train there with its engineer. You'll never guess what. It's an automaton, just like you. There's even a family resemblance.
Firstly, I would say that I do not know Komkolsgrad. Secondly, I have never taken a train. Thirdly, the existence of another automaton with such a degree of finesse as myself appears very unlikely. Madame has always assured me that I am a unique model. A gift from a former admirer.
Yeah, but you
Oh,
two
really?
do look alike.
Hans Vorarlberg was a former
And you know,
admirer.
I miss him.
Why is he not here with his train, then? I would never allow Madame Romansky to leave on her own.
His hands
It's a
were
long story,
stolen.
but hopefully I'll see him again soon.
Such attachment is very touching, miss.
Can you take me to Helena Romansky?
Not at this hour, miss. Madame will still be watching the sea at the end of the pier.
So?
Madame knows perfectly well that during this season I don't go down to the pier. My wheelwork goes dicky under the double corrosive action of the salt and sand winds. Listen, you can hear them sweeping up and down the beach and out to sea. We call it the salt wind here. It'll drive us all crazy one of these days.
Come on. Just make a little effort.
No, I'll stay here and make ready for Madame in case she needs me. She can be so unpredictable, such violent swings of mood.
Well, I'm
Okay.
going, James. See you later, maybe.
It would be a pleasure to see you again, miss.
James seems like quite a nice guy, doesn't he?
I don't need to use this console. Not yet.
That's Hater tradies, limited prescience coming through. Like, yes, I'll need this in the future. Someone's knocked a chair over. There's no one here. Ah, locked. No use, it's locked.
That door is locked.
Ah, didn't quite get it. Okay, we're looking for a 4-digit code. This is the other end of the pool. Straightforward enough. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's not to look at the statue. That is literally just the exit. Fine. Do you reckon that is... Yeah, that's going to be this exit. Okay, onwards this way. It's a nice pool, isn't it? Well, whatever it is, we do not have the tools necessary. Ooh, it's warming up. Fine. So we're supposed to put something in there and do like a heat cycle or something, I guess. Locked?
That door is locked.
Okay. So this is very much like the exploration phase of this hotel, of course, because, you know, whenever we enter a new area, there's always so much to see and do for the first time as you try and work out sort of where everything is and what it's all about, you know? A crystal dish. Right, not a wine glass. More like a prawn cocktail dish. There doesn't seem to be anything else along here. Oh, wow. So actually, I said we were in the exploration phase. There, we seem to have kind of reached the end of that very quickly. Did anyone notice a 4-digit code yet? I'm assuming that will go very much towards the pier. Do you reckon we can use the crystal dish on the drinks dispensary? Probably not.
I don't need to use this console.
I think is going to
Not
be
yet.
Once we have the singer in the room with us, I believe. Now we have a book. Right, that unlocks the thing. Resident code. Okay. So let's make note of a couple of resident codes here, yeah? Do any of these codes matter? Well, what we kind of need is a resident code for someone that hasn't departed. Like Helena Romansky. 1270. Yeah? Shall we go with 1270? and see if that gets us where we need to go. I thought that walk would take longer. I thought I'd be able to sneak in a sip of tea while she was walking. Do you know what? Right, I'm gonna left hand the tea. I'll left hand the tea so that I can play with my right hand. So one of the advantages of playing point and click games is you can broadly play them one-handed, which is kind of nice. Right, 1270. Is that the number? Did everyone remember?
Darn it! That doesn't work. Just as I thought.
Why would you think that that wouldn't work?
Darn it! That doesn't work. Just as I thought.
Oh, shoot. I for sure thought... Why did Kate think that that wouldn't work? I thought that would work. I mean, residence code, pretty unambiguous, right? 1270. Maybe because she's already used the code. Right. Where can I find Vorarlberg? I mean, there's a lot of different codes here. But everyone else has left. And you know what? I don't actually see Mr. Oh, there's Hans Vorarlberg. He was 1478. Shall we try 1478? At this point, I would usually be taking a picture of the page and adding it, of course, to my handy Miro notebook. However, so 1478, that's the number to remember. However, as I've sort of vaguely hinted at earlier on in the playthrough, because this game is full screen and has a tendency to crash when I leave the screen, it doesn't work particularly well with taking notes. 1478?
Doesn't look like that works.
Ah, shoot.
Darn it! That doesn't work. Just as I thought.
It's weird that the line is different between those two.
Doesn't look like that works. Doesn't look like that works.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't look like that works.
Right, so actually, the Helena Romansky code...
Darn it! That doesn't work. Just as I thought.
The Helena Romansky code is actually the one that gives you the different dialogue. How curious.
Hello there.
Good afternoon, miss.
Okay,
well, I'm going,
new
James.
to speak to him about.
See you later, maybe.
It would be a pleasure to see you again, miss.
We could certainly talk to the hotel clerk and see what he has to say about the fact that his fountain is spewing bubbles now. It's entirely possible that I've missed some kind of interaction, particularly with this crystal dish as well. No, that's... yeah... Nope, that's the same. And I think that is just to leave the desk. Okay, I think out the front door we go then. We should do a second round of exploration.
I've got to avoid that lousy hotel
no.
man and not be spotted. The only way I'm going to get to see Romansky is if he's busy doing something else.
Right, so nothing to talk to him about then. Okay, I don't think there's anything in here. Oh dear. Welcome to the glue factory, guys. Like, we are pretty stuck pretty quickly. Wow. Oh. Alright. There's two chaps here.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
Yeah, I think I can thrust with my queen through there. Unless...
I can see that I'm disturbing you.
Hey, no. Checking two moves. Maybe I'll squeeze him with my bishop instead. Nothing like a good squeeze from a bishop.
Okay, I wouldn't like to disturb you any longer.
Yup.
Excuse me, could you just...
Oof, I must confess I am flummoxed. That defense there, a real conundrum.
I really could do with...
Right hook with the knight. Nope, he's gonna follow through with that castle.
Okay, got the picture. Thanks a lot.
Okay, maybe these guys are not helpful. Anything else you want to speak to me about?
Excuse me, could you just...
Oof, I must confess
I really...
Right hook.
No.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe they're not relevant then. Well, not the crystal, not the vodka. I doubt it's either of those items. Oh, whoops. No, wrong button. Mustn't forget either the mobile phone. Of course. Oh! Door's open. This was locked before. Well, we'll definitely take the access card, because that will get us out. Temporary code 0968. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we are on our way. Wow. Extreme measures to be taken, clearly. Well, Helena Romansky is apparently down the end of this pier here. You can hear it in the ears, I guess, what it is that they were calling the salt wings. Got a boat that's run aground, and there is a figure over there. By, well, I would call that a bandstand. Got a bell here as well. How strange. I wonder why they have to wear the gas masks.
If that's going to work, it looks like something's missing.
Well, probably the bell you just took? But I mean, we can certainly nab the bell. Because we're probably James's bell. Okay. I wonder why we have to wear gas masks out here.
Madame Romansky? Madame Helena Romansky?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you, ma'am. My name's Kate Walker. I've come on behalf of Frank Malkovich.
Ah, Malkovich, the old son of a gun. Are you one of his relatives?
Not exactly. He's a good friend of my mother's. He told me you might be here in Arrowbad. I'm American, a lawyer.
To what do I owe your visit? You have come so far. It must be important.
Indeed it is. I have very delicate and pressing business to attend to. I have just left...
Later, my dear, later. I have a slight headache. This hotel mask, they pinch so. I have to go in. Please, could you be so kind as to call my valet?
Your valet? Of course.
That would be valet for those of us based in Europe.
Back here again? How dare you show your damn face round here? Get out of here immediately.
Please. I absolutely must find...
Miss Romansky. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. She managed to lie her way in here. Don't matter how vigilant you are, there's always one. But it won't happen again. She'll be out on her ear before you can say, I hope she hasn't upset you too much.
Oh, Felix. Stop being such a grizzly bear. This woman is my guest.
She's your guest?
Well.
But that ain't possible. This vandal didn't even know you 3 hours ago.
Blimey, it took us 3 hours to get in here.
Before you offend someone.
Miss Romansky, please. This maniac turned up earlier and tried to wreck the fountain. If it wasn't for the...
I said enough, Felix. Please treat Miss Walker with the respect befitting one of my friends. Don't touch and don't swear. Have I made myself clear, Mr. Smetana?
Yes, yes, crystal clear, Madame Romansky. Please do accept my humble apologies.
Very good, Felix. You may go now.
Okay. So we have got a new dialogue option.
Madame Romansky?
So, is James coming or isn't he? Don't tell me you haven't called him yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my poor head. Please, ring for my valet. We will continue this conversation inside. Hmm?
Helena. Okay. Well, so James's bell's over here, so do we literally just ring James? Perhaps not. Let's go back and speak with him, shall we? It's so strange because we didn't need a gas mask on the other side of the building. And what happens if you wear your gas mask in the building? Oh. It doesn't get very far at all. There we go. My tunic-inspired outfit. No. Kate's like, I don't need the gas mask in the building.
No point weighing myself down.
No point weighing myself down. I like it. I like it. Yes. Let's not carry any items that are extraneous.
James? James, where are you? I've rung for you several times. Madame Romansky wants you to bring her back inside.
Several times, you say? Are you sure? I didn't hear anything.
That's right, several times. Quick, go and get her.
This really is most tiresome, miss. If the bell really hasn't rung, then I'm going out for nothing. It's the salt wind. Too much, and it'll play havoc with my insides. If you don't mind, I'm going to wait for the bell to ring again.
Madame Romansky isn't going to like it.
Don't worry. You get used to it.
Right.
James? James?
Several...
That's right.
This really...
Madame Romansky...
Don't worry.
Interesting. Okay. Huh. So I have the bell. But how am I going to make the bell ring? Of course, I can use the bell on the pier. That's fine. That's all locked. There's nothing around here. So I need to ring the bell closer to James so that he can hear it. That would be my guess. Oh, can we give the bell a steaming? Get some of this, get some of this corrosion off it. Will that make it ring clearer? Perhaps. No, it does not seem to be the case. We shall examine the pier more, I believe. Like, I don't think this contraption is going to be what we're using yet, still.
I don't need to use this console. Not yet.
No. Although, there's definitely something down there which I didn't spot before. What have we got? What have we got?
No point weighing myself down. No point weighing myself down.
What? No point weighing myself down. We've got half a lemon. So strange. We're going to be making a drink later, are we? I can only assume. Now, James doesn't want to talk to us at all. Like, we've only got one topic of conversation to speak with him on. So maybe there is somewhere else to put the bell. Here we go. Yeah, we can put the bell closer. Still nothing. Still nothing? That's surprising.
James, what are you waiting?
The bed, Madam does.
And if you warm.
Oh,
Oh! Wait, it worked? Sorry, I skipped through that because I thought he was repeating the same line as before.
Katie Pooh. So, have you met her yet? This Helena person? What's she like? Does she remember Frank?
Hi, Mom. Yeah, sure. I met her, and yeah, she's living in Arlbad. You can thank Frank for me again.
I'll remember to, honey. So, what's Arlbad like? Maybe Frank can take me there one day.
It's this seaside resort, Ma, but it isn't what it used to be. You'd be real disappointed.
Maybe you're right. So, when are you coming home? Is that mission all over then?
Getting close.
Not really, Ma. I still haven't found the heir I'm looking for to wrap up the case. Helena Romansky's a kind of detour here.
Listen, Munchkin. I get the distinct impression that you're being led up the garden path. Why don't you just come home, tell your boss this heir just doesn't exist, that you've done all you can, et voila.
To be
You
fair,
want me to call him for you?
Ma, please, don't get involved.
her mother's advice
Looking for Hans
is
Varlberg
quite
is what I'm being
pragmatic,
paid
yeah.
for. But I also just want to find him for myself.
Honestly, you're just as stubborn as your father. Don't complain that your mother didn't warn you.
Don't worry, I won't.
Okay, what can I get for you, Helena?
It's a real honor to meet you, Madame Romansky. People have told me so much about you.
People still talk about me. Oh dear.
Of course. Everyone tells me how wonderful you were. How you were one of the greatest singers of the century.
Ah, so I was, my dear. But surely you didn't come here just to dig up the past.
No.
Like I said, I'm a lawyer, and to tell you the truth, I don't know much about classical music. But after talking to Mr. Borodin and Mr. Malkovich, they really made me want to hear you.
Oh, you are too late, my child. 10 years too late. And how is dear Frank? Do tell me. Oh, I am still angry with him for leaving like that to America. Don't be offended, but I never suspected those cowboys actually have an ear for real music.
I don't think he sings much anymore. The odd gala, the odd charity event. Anyway, he sends his love.
Oh, his love. Do you hear that, James? There is someone who still loves me on the other side of the Atlantic.
Never said they didn't, madam.
What about this other gentleman? What is his name? Borodin? Do I know him?
Yes, you once sang in Komkalsgrad. An incredible recital, if the director's account is anything to go by. If you only knew how moved he still is. He's another one who still adores you.
I must
yeah,
confess
Kate
that
buttering her
seeing
up.
One of my greatest admirers once more would do wonders for me, but my voice, it is so I couldn't.
I'm wrapped up in a case at the moment, and because of it I met a certain Mr. Sergei Borodin, director of the Komkalsgrad Industrial Complex, situated to the northeast of here.
I remember that factory. A sad city indeed. What am I saying? They all were.
Madame Romansky, this Borodin is one of your biggest fans. If you could come and sing for him there, it would make one of his biggest dreams come true.
Sing? Oh, my poor girl. I have not sung for years. Time has taken its toll. My voice is like the
Come
rest
on,
of me.
Helena. One more
Faded
concert.
and one, like my heart.
It's gonna be to an audience of
Aren't
one.
you going a bit far there? I bet you've still got a great voice.
Oh, you are the sweetest cherry, my dear. I am not senile yet, but I look reality in the face every time I look in the mirror, and I can tell you, singing is something I did in the past.
You
Madame
gotta
Romansky,
help me.
Please understand, I would never have come so far to disturb you if I didn't really need your help.
I understand, my dear, but my health is failing me, as does my voice. Believe me, no one is sadder than I.
Look, please, you absolutely have to come with me to Kamkalsgrad. It's the only way I'm going to get my train back and be able to carry on my journey.
Your train?
That's right. I've been traveling on this amazing locomotive with this automaton engineer. He isn't a million light years away from your James.
Do you hear that, James? And automaton?
Oh.
You have a twin brother? How delightful. And I thought I was the only person alive.
See, I was
able
mostly
to put up with
clicking
such a
train
peculiar
to
butler.
complete.
Permit me to express my surprise, madam.
This might
Surely
actually
the
be
fact that I
fairly
remain in your
helpful.
service guarantees my uniqueness.
Oscar isn't my butler, though. He has a great independence of thought. Sometimes he does whatever suits him.
Just like you,
Sounds
James.
familiar.
Isn't that funny?
Madam will not be surprised to hear that she is strongly advised not to undertake a journey that, unless I am very much mistaken, will tire her needlessly.
James, only one of us will make that decision, and that person is me. I'm very curious
Yes, the
to meet
automaton's
your
in
automaton man
Kamkalsgrad.
here. Where is it?
He had to stay with the train in Kamkalsgrad. The director used his hands for the final touches on his pianist. It's the same pianist that will accompany you when you sing.
How quaint. Another automaton. And this one can even play along with me? Play for me? Ah, why does my voice abandon me so now?
You must have had a fantastic life. So exhilarating.
Ah, much more than you could ever imagine. I used to sing the finest melodies of the moment in the most fantastic theaters around the world. I have been hailed by kings and courted by princes. Grown men would sink to their knees when they heard the first notes of my recital. My voice could break crystal glass and hearts, many hearts.
Oh.
I'm not surprised.
Then one day sickness steals away the gift life has given you. My voice started to betray me. I started to get migraines. My health failed. They sent me here to let the spa town weave its healing spell.
Right, so
I
we
was
need to
only going to
cure
rest for a
Helena.
month, but then the month became a year and the years get longer.
But you look so healthy to me.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
I'll let you get a bit of rest. Thank you for listening to me.
It was a real pleasure, my child. You are a charming young lady, and simply talking to you has warmed my soul.
I don't need to use this console. Not yet.
So, how are we going to heal Helena? That is the real question, right? We need to convince her that she can sing one more time. Now, certainly, the chap at the counter, as long as we don't ring the bell 6 times, should be very friendly to us now. Very friendly indeed.
I've come to say I'm sorry for the fountain. I hope I haven't caused too much damage. But it's the best idea I could find to actually meet Madame Romansky.
Oh, it's no problem. I mean, who even looks at the stupid fountain these days? So, you're big buddies with Romansky. Just what was it you said to get in her good book so quickly?
I just asked if she could come with me to sing in a factory.
Romansky? Sing? It's been a year and a day since you last sung anything. Bleeding surprised she's going with you.
We'll see. There's always hope and, well, persistence.
And you certainly have a lot of that. No denying it, madam.
So...
There's no way you could help me in my research, is there?
Once upon a time, but today, no way, José.
So is Helena...
So you think Madame Romansky will never sing again?
I don't think so, no.
So is Helena already resolved to coming with us?
I never thought that I'd travel so far away from home.
You're still young, ma'am. Open those big brown eyes of yours and see the world.
My eyes have never been so open, Mr. Felix. This might seem a little indiscreet, but I think that Hans Vorarlberg stayed here once, and I'd like to know if you've heard anything from him since.
It's not house policy to talk about the comings and goings of its clientele, but I will say that I have indeed not had the pleasure of doing dealings with Mr. Vorarlberg since he left the hotel a long, long time ago.
It's a real shame that there aren't any guests at your hotel.
There are some.
We had our moment of glory, but now it's all in the past. That's all.
Doesn't it make you sad?
Why should it? Once upon a time I met the greatest of the great. Now I got my memories. Sweet memories.
Goodbye, Mr. Felix.
You haven't changed your mind, then? I could do you a good deal on the royal suite.
She should,
Thanks
rather
very
than
much,
breaking the
but
fountain,
I really must be going.
should have just signed up for that. Like, I mean, a good deal's a good deal, right? And you'd get access to the pool, so...
That is so beautiful.
This set of stairs, not very James accessible. Definitely not. So... It's a bit strange because Helena seemed to imply that she was interested in coming with us anyway to be able to meet... She was interested in coming up with us anyway to be able to meet Oscar, irrespective of whether she was singing or not. So, how do I get her to actually, like, make that transition then to be like, yeah, okay, we are actually now going. Time to actually now go. Now, okay, where my head's at the moment is, her voice used to be able to break crystal. Well, we have a crystal dish. We have a crystal dish on our person right now. There's something with the bar, for sure. There's something with the bar. We're going to need to construct some sort of concoction.
No point weighing myself down. No point weighing myself down.
Not interested. Not interested. And you can't give that. Can't give that directly to her. So I feel like somehow we need to. Somehow we need to fix her voice. And we're going to prove to her that her voice is fixed by, like, taking this crystal dish and, like, I don't know, breaking it with the screwdriver or something. when she sings at it. I don't know, yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Okay, any of these lockers? No. No, it does not. Just deselect the crystal dish, because sometimes that kind of upsets everything, doesn't it? No, don't think there's anything else in here. Okay. We're going to have a real think about that one. But, my friends, we're out of time for today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time, where we'll be trying to convince Helena to come back with us to Comskolsgrad. Have a great rest of your week. Bye for now.